Okay, so you know how we always kick things off here with a really killer opening line from some amazing piece of literature.
Yeah.
And this time, we're diving into one that I know has sparked a lot of debate over the years. It's the opening line of Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a powerful one.
Yeah, so we're gonna look at this first line, and of course we all know this play. It's about Blanche DuBois.
Right.
And she arrives in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Looking to stay with her sister Stella
Mm-hmm.
and her brother-in-law Stanley.
Right.
So just to set that scene, so the big question here is,
Okay.
Does this opening line, does it really set the tone for the whole play?
Yeah.
Is it really as powerful and like as memorable as people say?
Sure.
So I'm just going to read it here.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
They told me to take a streetcar named Desire and then transfer to one called Cemeteries and ride 6 blocks and get off at Elysian Fields. It's pretty evocative.
That's
right?
packed with symbolism.
Yeah.
Right from the get-go. I mean, you've got Desire Cemeteries, Elysian Fields. Like, these aren't just streetcar names.
Right.
These are like signposts on Blanche's journey.
Yeah.
And maybe even foreshadowing her ultimate fate.
It is kind of a map.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
Like just to follow along with her journey.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, you end up in Elysian Fields, which, if we think back to, Greek mythology,
Right.
Elysian Fields, paradise.
Yeah, it's paradise.
But to get there, you got to ride through cemeteries first.
Got to go through cemeteries.
Yeah, what's that
Heavy stuff.
telling us about Blanche's, illusions versus reality?
Right, and I also think it's so interesting how she starts off by saying, they told me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who are they? Is she
Yeah.
already giving up her own agency?
Yeah.
Like relying on other people to kind of guide her life?
Yeah.
And that makes me think about how dependent and vulnerable she is,
Yeah.
throughout the play.
Absolutely. I think it really speaks to those themes. And then, it's also interesting, like the specificity of the directions. Ride 6 blocks. Like, why 6?
Mm-hmm.
It almost feels a little desperate, like she's clinging to these instructions, like they hold the key to some kind of salvation or something.
Right.
But it also suggests that maybe she's not as in control as she wants us to believe.
Right. Yeah. So we've talked about the symbolism and the foreshadowing and all these hints about Blanche's character.
Yeah.
But does all of this actually make it a great opening line?
Yeah.
Like, does it do what a good opening line should do?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it absolutely does. I think it
Yeah.
grabs your attention, it pulls you into Blanche's world right away, and it just throws down these huge thematic questions right from the start.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely the kind of line that stays with you long after you finish reading.
Yeah. And it makes you want to keep reading to see, like, what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And imagine if it just started with something like, my sister met me at the station.
Right.
It'd be so boring.
Totally. It'd be so flat.
So flat.
Yeah.
And I mean, this line does so much.
Yeah.
It's memorable. It's evocative,
It's setting the stage
Just setting the stage.
for everything to come.
So what do you think? Does it live up to the hype?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. It's a powerful one
It's a powerful one.
for sure.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into this iconic opening line.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
And we want to hear from you. Do you think it lives up to the hype? Let us know.